UAE Sst, oceans and seas. This is a world map here and it shows all the oceans that we have. So we got Arctic Ocean, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. Seas are smaller than oceans and are usually located where the land and oceans meet. So seas are smaller than the oceans. So in this lesson you will learn about oceans and seas on our earth. Do you know? An ocean is a large area of salt water between continents. So an ocean is a large area of salt water. Oceans are very big and they join smaller seas together. Oceans are big and they join small seas together. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. Big and small fish of different types are found in oceans. Crabs, starfish, sharks, whales are found in oceans. The smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean. Different water movements separate the Southern Ocean from the Arctic, Pacific and Indian Ocean. The Southern Ocean is also called the Antarctic Ocean because it covers the area around Antarctica. So you have to learn all the names of the oceans in this lesson so that you can figure it right. So name as many animals as you can that live in oceans or seas. So we already know, or in the few seconds ago I told you the names of the animals that live in ocean. Dive in sea or here are some of the names of animals that live in oceans and seas. Dolphin, shark, starfish, jellyfish, crab, seahorse, octopus, whales, sea turtle are some of the animals that we find in oceans or seas. Water on Earth. More than half of Earth's surface is covered by water. So we have more water on Earth. Oceans are very large bodies of water surrounding land. Oceans are very large bodies of water. Seas are smaller bodies of water. Water in oceans and seas is salty. People cannot drink the salty water of the oceans and seas. Rivers and lakes hold water on land. Water in rivers and lakes is not salty. There is a lot of water frozen in the North Pole and South Pole in glaciers called ice caps. Water in the polar ice caps is not salty. So now what have we learned in this lesson? That we get more water than land on Earth. And water on land are found in oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, and also you find water on Earth in the form of ice, that is in the North Pole and South Pole. Water in oceans and seas, it's salty, but the water in the river, lakes and the frozen water in the North Pole and in the South Pole, they are not salt. So this is all about water on Earth. Activity 2. Read the text again and circle the word that makes the statement true. The water covers more or less than half of the surface of the earth. So it covers more. Oceans and seas are salt. Rivers and lakes are not salt. Water in the polar ice caps is frozen. Polar ice cap water is not salt. Life in the oceans and seas. Many animals and plants live in the oceans and seas. People cannot drink the salty water, but people can eat plants, animals that live in the oceans and seas. Animals that live on land eat animals and plants that live in the oceans and seas. So, we know that the water in the ocean and in the sea is salty. So, we cannot drink that water. But we can eat the animals that live in the sea. We can also eat some plants that live in the sea. Not only people, but also the animals that live on the land, they go to the sea to eat the fish or other animals that live in the sea or ocean. The animals sometimes they also eat plants that live there. So that is about animals or life in the oceans and seas. Activity 3. Oceans on Earth and animals that live in ocean. Oceans on Earth and animals that live in oceans. The map shows animals that live on land and in the oceans and seas. Name the 5 oceans shown on the map. So for here you will write the names of the 5 oceans that we have already learned. The names of the 5 oceans. Here is a map again, and here are the names of the ocean. You can check if you have written the answers correctly. Now, use the map to find the animals that live in the oceans. Now, here is a map, and they have given the animals that live in the ocean. Draw a circle around a whale with a yellow crayon. So you can take a yellow color crayon and circle the whale. Draw a circle around an octopus with a purple crayon. Octopus with purple. Okay, octopus is here. There is the whale here. Draw a green box around a turtle. Check for turtles and then draw a box around it. Turtle here with green box. Draw a red circle around a shark. There is the shark. Okay, draw a circle around the whale. So this will be the whale, I think so. Here is the whale. Okay, this can be the shark. That's the last one. Draw a red circle around the shark. I think it's shark. And this can be the whale that will be in yellow color. So now you know in Pacific Ocean you find octopus and whale, and in Indian Ocean you find shark, and you also find turtle there. Activity 4. Land animals that eat animals that live in the ocean. So land animals, we are going to learn the names of the land animals that eats the animals in the sea. 1 is penguin. Penguin spends a lot of time in the water and eat only fish. See, so penguin lives on the land, but it spends a lot of time in the water because the penguin is looking for food. Put a blue P next to the penguins. So you have the map there. You will write P with blue next to the penguin. Polar bears live on North Pole ice cap and eat mostly sea animals. Put a black B next to the polar bears. So polar bear is another kind of animal that lives on land but spends a lot of time in the water because the animal is looking for food. Pelicans and other seagulls are birds that eat only fish. So put S next to the pelicans and seagulls. This you can do in the map. This is a picture of coral, which lives at the bottom of seas and oceans. Coral is an animal that lives on the bottom of seas and oceans. So they live at the bottom of the seas and oceans. It has a hard body and is mostly one big stomach. So they have a hard body and one big stomach. Corals may have bright colors, and they have bright colors. Corals help keep oceans and sea water clean. So what do? They clean the oceans and the sea water. So that is all about corals. In activity 5, color the coral. The picture shows how brightly colored coral can be. Color the picture on the right with bright colors. How many different kinds of coral can you see? So you can complete this activity. And this is our last activity, which is a question. What do you think would happen to people if the animals in the sea were gone? Write at least 2 sentences. So if the animals in the sea disappear or if they are gone, what will happen to people? The people will not have enough food to eat, and also the water in the oceans and in the seas will be dirty because we just learned that coral, they clean the water, sea water and the ocean water. So if they disappear, the food for people, they will not get fish. So people who don't eat or who cannot buy chicken or other meat, they will suffer, and also the oceans and seas will be always dirty because there won't be anybody to clean it. So with that we come to the end of this lesson. So what did we learn in this lesson? We learned the names of the oceans, and we learned the animals that live on them. the ocean or in the seas. And also we learned about the animals, the land animals that eat animals that live in the sea. Finally, we learned about coral and how they help the sea. How is that? They keep the sea clean. Watch the video again, revise, you will sit for the exam.